Live from the IRC television studios on the SUNY Oneonta campus, this is Oneonta News Now. I'm Joanna Weidenhammer.
And I'm Barbara Prempeh.
Before we start the news, meteorologist Matthew Miles joins us with a look at the Oneonta weather cam.
Thanks, Joanna. Well, the last couple days we've seen a warming trend. I'll let you know how long that's going to last after the break.
Thanks, Matthew. Coming up next, we have your campus news. Stay tuned to Oneonta News Now.
In campus news, SUNY Oneonta athletes are working together to raise money and awareness of breast cancer. The women's field hockey, volleyball, and soccer teams have taken the initiative during this National Breast Cancer Awareness Month to host events, games, and tournaments to raise funds for cancer research. Each team had planned a themed event in which all proceeds went towards the team's chosen research center. This year, nearly $3,000 was raised between the teams and donated to several foundations. Between the selling of t-shirts, raffles, and the games and tournaments held, awareness has been spread to members of the Oneonta community and their families.
SUNY Oneonta welcomed Democratic congressional candidate Zephyr Teachout to speak to students and the community on Thursday, October 20th. Teachout is in a close race with Republican candidate John Faso for the 19th District of New York, which represents the Oneonta area in particular. Teachout took this opportunity to discuss her major campaign points of local farming, significance, and anti-fracking that have major effects on the 19th District. A native from Rhinebeck, located in the northwest corner of Dutchess County, Teachout highlighted the importance of local farmers and their contribution to the local economy. Teachout admitted to supporting anti-fracking policies to ensure our water is protected from contamination. She also opposed to the Constitution pipeline that would ruin a gas fracking pipeline through the Catskills in southern New York.
SUNY Oneonta's annual bone marrow registry drive took place on campus this past week for the third year in a row. The drive this year, run by Zeta Beta Tau, a SUNY Oneonta fraternity, asks for each person to swab their cheeks as they register to become new donors. According to the Daily Star, Russell Lowe, the original coordinator of the drive, now works for the Gift of Life Marrow Registry as the community engagement coordinator. According to Lowe, more than 1,200 new registered donors have come from the SUNY Oneonta drives. The successful drive brought in not only students but community members who seek to potentially save lives.
Thanks, Joanna. When we have your local entertainment news when we come back. Stay with us.
We're back with your local entertainment news update with Samantha Johnson.
Thanks, Joanna. Basic College Ministries will be holding its BasicCon College and Young Adult Conference on Sunday, November 6th. BasicCon is a national conference held by Basic College Ministries that takes place regularly every fall and spring. BASIC stands for Brothers and Sisters in Christ. Its mission is to serve and equip local churches to help college students succeed in college and life. Over 700 college students and young adults will come out for a weekend of passionate worship, dynamic teaching, and life-changing ministry. It will take place at the Holiday Inn located in Rochester downtown. The psychology department will be hosting an event on the film Tomboy, followed by a discussion on Thursday, November 3rd. The film follows the experience of a 10-year-old who moves into a new home and presents himself as a boy to the neighborhood kids. The film implies that the character is a closeted transgender boy. It focuses in on the significance of gender identity and social interaction from an early age, the difficulties of being transgender, and how the character navigates these hurdles in the background of childhood play and love. All students are welcome to attend the film and discussion. In other news, this past weekend, Oneonta Job Corps Academy hosted a screening of the Netflix movie Audrey and Daisy. The film focuses on the consequences surrounding two sexual assault cases involving high school students. The screening has a joint effort with Opportunities for Its Ego, SUNY Oneonta, and the Oneonta Police. The film took a closer look into sexual assault and cyberbullying and how it can ruin lives and tear communities apart. It was an eye-opening event to make the community understand how relevant these issues are. OJC Director Chris Coombs said, quote, "It was a night to take our heads out of the sand, open our eyes, and start the conversation on how we're going to address these serious issues," unquote. The Big O Poetry Slam competition will take place tonight at 8 p.m. in the Hunt Union Waterfront Room. The event will be sponsored by Hunt College Union, the Poetry Slam Association, and OAS. It will feature writer Shelley Spinelli, who made an appearance in Jersey City Slam's Woman of the World qualifier and has recently published her first chapbook. The slam is open to the first 10 SUNY Oneonta students who sign up, and the first 6 Big O Poetry Slam winners will qualify for the Grand Slam. The Grand Slam will take place on November 30th to determine the 2016-2017 Oneonta Poetry Slam team. I've never even heard of that, so I feel like that's really cool. I would want to go.
Yeah, definitely.
Coming up, we have your local news. Stay tuned to ONN.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
In local news, City of Oneonta police have arrested Michael J. Young of New York City for the criminal possession of a controlled substance in the 3rd degree and the violation of unlawful possession of marijuana. On Sunday, October 13th, police were notified of the potential delivery of illegal drugs to the City of Oneonta by bus. At around 10:20 p.m., officers were patrolling in the area of the Market Street bus stop where they discovered the man who fit the description given to authorities. 32-year-old Young was found to be in possession of 149 bags of heroin with an estimated street value of $4,500. He also possessed a small quantity of marijuana. Young is currently pending arraignment in the city of Oneonta court.
The local Oneonta Theater held its farewell event on Friday, October 28. According to the theater's owner, Thomas Cormier, who owned the Chestnut Street business for 7 years, stated, quote, "I've tried keeping it open so I could find a group to come in and take over, but it's been a long time and I haven't found that. This is my passion. I just can't do it myself anymore," unquote. The 27,000 square foot building is for sale for $925,000. The theater was built in 1897 and hosted acts, movies, and other performances. Cormier is looking for art groups and nonprofits to contact him with ideas. To ensure a successful farewell, the theater ended with a Halloween theme bash and electro rock group Gymkhana. The show kicked off at 7 p.m. and ran until midnight.
The 2016 Rockefeller Center Christmas tree will be coming from Oneonta, according to a media release from Rockefeller Center. The tree is at the home of Angie and Greg Eichler at 72 County Club Road in the town of Oneonta. The Norway spruce will be cut Thursday, November 10th. The tree will arrive in the Big Apple on Saturday, November 12th. After being wrapped with more than 50,000 multicolored energy-efficient LED lights and crowned with a Swarovski star, the tree will be lit during the live broadcast of Christmas in Rockefeller Center on Wednesday, November 13th. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree will be on display through Saturday, January 7th. More details about the tree will be released by Rockefeller Center in the upcoming weeks.
The annual Craft and Vendor Fair will be held at the Southside Mall in Oneonta this weekend, November 5th and 6th. The mall will be lined with local vendors selling all types of unique arts, trades, and crafts. The craft fair will begin on Saturday at 10 a.m. and will go until 5 p.m. The hours of the fair on Sunday will be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Head down to the Southside Mall to support Oneonta's local businesses and get a head start on your holiday shopping.
Several bear sightings have been reported at Hartwick College in Oneonta. 3 bears have been seen wandering around strawberry fields on the top of Hartwick's campus, as well as lingering around the Table Rock overlook, according to a statement made by Hartwick's Director of Campus Safety, Thomas Kelly, to the Daily Star. Bear tracks have also been sighted on the campus property. According to the Department of Environmental Conservation, many black bears tend to stay away from humans. However, students and community members in these areas are encouraged to review safety standards in such an event of a sighting or encounter.
Do you have gently worn or new sneakers that you are willing to donate? The Oneonta Family YMCA is now holding an athletic shoe drive that will be ongoing until January 16, 2017. All donated shoes will be distributed to the countries in need. Drop off your gently worn shoes at the Oneonta Family YMCA located at 26 Ford Avenue. Help those who are less fortunate by donating excess athletic shoes to countries in need.
The Hot Cocoa 5K and 1K Walk, Run, and Roll will be held in Niwa Park in Oneonta this Sunday, November 6th. The event will be hosted by the Arc Otsego, and all proceeds will go to the Arc Otsego's Helping Hands Fund, which helps those with developmental disabilities and their families. All finishers of the race will receive hot cocoa and a raffle ticket that enters them to win the Cocoa Madness gift basket. Top finishers of each age group will receive a prize. The 1K race kicks off at 9:30, followed by the 5K starting at 10:15. Registration for the race will be available online until November 5th, or participants can register the day of the race in the Damaske Field Clubhouse in the park. Kids under the age of 5 participating in 1K run for free. For others, the race will cost $25 for the 5K and $12 for the 1K run. Community members are encouraged to volunteer and sponsor the event. It sounds like a really cool event, yeah.
They're having hot cocoa baskets. Why
How
not?
could you go wrong, right?
When we come back, Matthew Miles will take a look at your 5-day weather forecast. Stay with us.
There are a million places you'd never consider texting. So why would you do it while driving? Leave risky driving to the professionals. Stop the texts, and together we can stop the wrecks.
Welcome back to Oneonta News Now. Let's find out what the weather has in store for us this week with our meteorologist, Matthew Miles.
Thanks, Joanna. Well, we've had some nice warm weather the last couple days. Really haven't needed hot cocoa or anything, but that sounds fantastic. Today's temperatures, we're looking at about 60. We actually got up to 69 today, so it's not as accurate with the update. 0 precipitation throughout the day and about 9 miles per hour wind. We had a partly cloudy day, not a cloudy day. As far as tonight goes, we're going to see temperatures at about 54. We're going to have rain developing, about 70% chance of rain, so we're going to have hit or miss rain showers tonight, but it's going to develop more as we progress into the day tomorrow morning, and wind at 5 miles per hour from the south. As far as tomorrow goes, we have 58 degrees as our high. You see the rain, 90% chance, so we're looking at about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rain tomorrow, and wind speeds of about 10 miles per hour from the west. As far as our overall map, we got Oneonta at 58, Binghamton at 60, in the Capital District about 65, and out towards Buffalo we got about 55 degrees as that cold front starts to work its way through. As far as tomorrow night, we got 37 degrees as a low, so we're starting to chill down a little bit, sadly. But the rain is going to start working away as we only have about a 30% chance of rain. But the wind speed is going to pick up a little bit at 15 miles per hour from the northwest. And this is our 5-day forecast. We got 43 on Saturday, 49 on Saturday, 43 Friday, 45 Sunday, Monday 47. Then we're going to progress back up to 52 on Tuesday. So we're going to start to heat up again, but we're going to slowly work our way back down to those lower temperatures, and that's about seasonal for this time of year. That's all I have. Go Chicago Cubs.
Thanks, Matt. Well, the Otsego County Conservation Association will present its 2016 Conservationist of the Year Award to longtime member of the Delaware Otsego Audubon Society, Tom Salo. Salo is from Burlington, New York, and has been on the board of the DOAS since the 1980s and has held leadership positions in the committee ranging from president, secretary, education chair, and field trip chair. Over the last 10 years, Salo has concentrated on conserving raptors in New York, specifically golden eagles. He is currently leading the DOAS efforts to reduce the accidental lead poisoning of bald eagles by promoting the use of non-lead ammunition for deer hunting. Salo will receive the OCCA's annual dinner on Tuesday, November 15th.
An 8-month-old boy being pushed in a stroller was fatally struck by a van in Queens, New York, Friday morning. The incident occurred at around 10:15 a.m. on Astoria Boulevard in East Elmhurst. The young victim was rushed to the hospital and was pronounced dead. According to authorities, 44-year-old Armando Morales Rodriguez was backing out of a driveway when the boy and his 35-year-old mother were passing on the sidewalk. As the mother was bent over checking the stroller in the wind, the driver was backing out. Stop the van, the mother cried out. Morales Rodriguez was taken into custody at the scene and was later charged with being an unlicensed operator. The investigation is still ongoing.
The FBI is reactivating its investigation into Democratic nominee Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server as Secretary of State. Director James Comey revealed Friday potentially injecting even greater upheaval into a presidential race just 11 days before Election Day. Comey made the announcement in a brief letter sent to congressional committee leaders, which was made public Friday afternoon. He wrote, quote, "In connection with an unrelated case, the FBI has learned of the existence of emails that appear to be pertinent to the investigation. I am writing to inform you that the investigation team briefed me on this yesterday, and I agreed that the FBI should take appropriate investigative steps," unquote.
According to the Los Angeles Police Department, a suspect has been arrested for vandalizing Donald Trump's Hollywood Walk of Fame star. 52-year-old James Otis was taken into custody and is facing felony vandalism charges. Otis claimed responsibility and told that Dateline that he wanted to remove it from the sidewalk. I had to do it to make myself feel whole and to be part of the democratic process. I had to do the nonviolent action, Otis said. After posting bail for $20,000, he states that his plan was to sell parts of the Star and donate the proceeds to the women Donald Trump destroyed and sexually assaulted. Otis is due in court on November 18th.
More than 15,000 people are being housed in temporary shelters after a powerful earthquake on Sunday jolted central Italy. This region has been battered by repeated tremors since August. Villages appear entirely flattened, with historic buildings, including churches, crumbling when the quake struck the kilometers below the Earth's surface. There have been no reports of deaths from the 6.6 magnitude quake, as many of the towns had been evacuated following a devastating earthquake in August, which killed almost 300 people, as well as a string of tremors earlier last week. This quake has been the strongest to hit the country in more than 3 decades. Titi Postiglioni, a spokeswoman for Italy's Civil Protection Agency, told reporters Monday that the number of people in temporary shelters is expected to grow as the agency continued its work in affected areas. We are working under extremely difficult conditions, Postiglione stated. The roads were already compromised after the previous quakes, and now they're even worse.
Thanks, Joanna. Stay tuned to ONN for your weekly sports update with Austin Titobaum.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Oneonta News Now. Austin, what are your predictions for the World Series?
Cleveland's going to take it. It's Game 7, baby. Cleveland's going to take it. The Cubs are going down today, and that's how. But, as always, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to sports, so let's get right to it. Former All-Star and two-time NBA champion Ray Allen officially announced his retirement from the NBA. One of the basketball's greatest marksmen, the all-time leader in the most three-pointers taken and made, and scorer of 24,000 points. The source of one of the most memorable shots in the league history from the corner in Game 6 of 2014 Finals, when Miami played against the San Antonio to snatch a triumph from defeat. Allen officially announced his retirement as a pro basketball player on Tuesday in an article in the Players Tribune, even though he has not played a lick in more than 2 years. He announced his retirement in a thoughtful, creative way. He wrote an open letter to his 13-year-old self, imparting some of his wisdom he had got in his eventful 28 years on the planet since then. He wrote in the letter, "You'll be an enemy to a lot of people, simply because you're not from around there. This will be both the toughest and the best thing that will ever happen to you. What I want you to do is this: go to the basketball court. Stay at the basketball court. You can build your entire existence there. The world is much bigger than South Carolina. If you stick to the plan, you'll see it." Unquote. A big congrats to Ray Allen on a stellar career and the opportunity to hang out with Kobe. New York Mets pitcher Yuri's Familia was arrested on domestic violence charge. Just last month, he was featured in an anti-domestic violence advertising campaign. Familia was charged in connection with an alleged domestic assault that took place in a Fort Lee apartment. According to a complaint filed in the court and obtained by the Record on Tuesday, there is now an ongoing investigation of the case. And Red Dragon news, women's volleyball sweeps the competition at Dig Pink Invitational to improve to a 16-15 on the season. The Red Dragon senior Jessica Palinko earned a spot on the all-tournament team, notching 61 assists in 3 games in the tournament. The Red Dragons would only lose 1 set. The Red Dragons would out-hit their opponents 116-93 in kills. During their match on Friday, the Red Dragons took down Amria College in 3 sets. The Red Dragons block was a key to their success, outblocking Elmira 18-2. Senior Cassie Klevitz and Erica Corbin led the blocking charge. Klevitz had a match high of 8 blocks with 5 kills, and Corbin had 6 blocks and a match high of 13 kills. The Red Dragons look to carry their momentum gained this past weekend in the SUNYAC weekend, where they are seeded number 2 overall and will play the winner of Oswego versus New Paltz. The Oneonta men's cross-country team has been moving closer to the top today. The Red Dragons moved 1 step closer when they finished second at the SUNYAC champions. when its best finish, Oneonta ranked number 27 nationally, put a great team effort led by the senior duo of Anthony Lupa and David Bugbisby, and scored 62 points. Number 2 ranked SUNY Gagesco won the team title with 23 points, placing all 7 of its runners in the top 11. Verdona was 13 and 94 points. Both Lupia and Busby earned the first team all-conference honors and finishing 4th and 5th. Busby finished also earned him a SUNYAC cross-country Hall of Fame status to become the 8th man to earn the honor. Lupia earned Hall of Fame status at last year's championship. The men will turn their attention to the NCAA Division III Atlantic Region Championship taking place at Rowan University on Saturday, November 12th. The Red Dragons are seeking its first NCAA team appearance in history. And that's it for your weekly sports update on Oneonta News Now.
Thanks, Austin. Join us again next time for your up-to-date news, sports, weather, and more. I'm Barbara Prempe.
And I'm Joanna Weidenhammer. This is Oneonta News Now. Have a great night.